But I wanted to talk about my Cowboy Carter experience. Just like my thoughts. So I went into the show not really knowing what to expect because I was like, I don't want to watch anything. I don't want to be spoiled, the spoilers and such and such. So it's been like a whole, it's been like a whole, what, 2 months? Wait, June, July. Pretty much. It started in like May, June, July. Like, not, this is like my first time not looking at any tour stuff, which it's such a weird experience not being like a fan and like following this person, this lady for like what 15, 20, almost 20 years, not like looking at tour stuff. It's so weird. But I went because I was just like I wanted to go to both shows. I ended up getting tickets to both shows, which I really wasn't sure I was gonna get. Um, but I bit the bullet and got the tickets. Um, I learned my lesson from the Renaissance because I wanted to go to the first. I wanted at the Renaissance. You know, a lot of people say Renaissance. What do they? I think they say like they pronounce it Renaissance or something, and I'm like, what? But anyways, um, I learned my lesson from the Renaissance that I wanted to go to both shows, and uh, I needed tickets, like an actual ticket with good seats for both shows. Because the Renaissance, I had the first night, I was trying to get tickets the day of, I didn't get any, which I probably should have kept trying to get some because I'm sure I could have just got any kind of ticket. But I think I was trying to be whatever. Um, the second night, I got a ticket, and it was the limited viewing seat. And like, you can go rewatch that video, look at that video. It's like what 2 years ago now, but I couldn't say anything. And I ended up like walking around the stadium, dealing with those ushers, those NRG ushers. My God, today. So I was just like, I'm not doing that again. So I bought tickets. I bought a ticket for each night, and I was just like, I want to be like, go back into like 1999 and go into it as blind as I can. Go into it as blind as I can be, and not like, not know what's going on. And I didn't have any idea. I muted everything on Twitter. I muted everything. I actually kind of got off of Instagram. Um, and all I really saw was like pictures that people were talking about. I muted words on Instagram. I mean, on Twitter, I muted letters. I muted her name. I muted her name. That was like the crazy part. This isn't like footage. I'm just like talking about what happened. So I was really excited to go. I had no clue what was going on. Um, I was trying to get merch. I was one of the people who was out there on Saturday in the heat in the merch line. I think I got there around like 2 o'clock, and I wanted to buy the merch before I go to the concert because I was like, I don't want to carry stuff around at the concert. Like that's so So I was just like, let me go and buy the merch. The line was long as hell. It was hot as hell. Um, Skipping forward, I end up leaving around like 4 because like the show. I knew the show was gonna start at like 8, so I was just like, let me go so I can get ready. I've been driving all day to Houston, and I'm like, I don't wanna, I don't want to miss the show. So I was just like, I'll just go buy some random shirt, change in the bathroom at the stadium, and buy the merch at the stadium, and bite the bullet and carry around another shirt. So I end up getting there, uh, what, like 7? No, no, no. It was like 7:30, and I did say I left early. I left the merch line because I finally when we finally got up to the merch line. Somebody said they were like getting people into the security part, and then they would take you to the merch truck. And I was just like, maybe I should just wait until like 5 when the stadium opens. But I'm like, I don't want to like go through the ticket thing. They say you can't come back in if you like. I was just like, I'll just leave. Um, but by the time I was about to leave, it was like 4, and I'm like, I don't want to continue on because at least it was gonna be like another hour. Like I could just like see. I was like, it's gonna be another hour. I don't know where how fast this is gonna go because, like I said, there it seemed like there were somebody said they were taking people to the security line, and then you go into the merch truck, which is so crazy. I thought we were all just going to the merch truck, but no, it was like you're going past security. You have to go through security for whatever reason. You weren't. We weren't in the stadium. We were outside of the stadium. We were watching. They were towing cars left and right. They towed the radio station car. They towed like 3 radio station cars. They towed somebody else's car. I was scared my car was gonna get towed because I parked down the street in this little shopping area, and it was like your car would be towed. And so I'm like running back nervously, like, oh my God, in the heat, like just a mess. Just a mess. And like at one point I felt like my skin was burning, like the back of my legs. I felt like they were burning in that heat. I was like, this isn't gonna be that bad, but actually it was kind of bad. It really was kind of bad. So like I said, I ended up leaving. I ended up getting to the stadium at like 6, no, 7. It was like 7:30. I'm wearing this ugly ass, random ass T-shirt. Somebody was like reading my T-shirt, and I was like, "Don't read this. I don't. I'm not trying to wear this the rest of the day. I'm trying to find merch lines." So I got it. I got to the stadium, and the merch lines were hella long, like all of them. And it was like 7:30, and I'm like, I heard she's been going on early. I don't think she's gonna go on early. I don't think she is, but maybe she'll wait like a couple hours later. She ended up. I'm in a merch line. It's like 7:40 something, and I keep hearing like these sounds, and I'm not paying it any mind because like at the Renaissance, they had like a DJ going, and people were kept like screaming and talking and screaming every time something was going on. I'm like, oh, nothing's really going on. So I'm like, I keep hearing these sounds, and I'm like, maybe something is about to go on. And I find like a line super long. Like I'm so traumatized from like standing in lines. Like honestly, standing in lines and not getting any progress, not having any progression is so annoying. And I'm just like, I'm over it at this point. So I'm standing in line, and I think you see like a couple of videos online of like this, of all of a sudden everybody's running to find their seats, and I'm like, maybe it's like an intro. I'm like, everybody's running, people are getting out of line. I'm like, okay, maybe I have time. I know what I want. And you know what I noticed? Why the lines are so long. The merch line was taking so forever. I don't even know why this one was taking forever. I really don't even understand. Because, like I said, I went to the Renaissance one, and maybe because it was the second day, but like those lines weren't even that long. And I was just like, why is there so many people trying to buy stuff right now? This is so crazy. Like, this place has been open since 5, and it's like 2 hours later, and it's still the longest line ever. I don't even know if there was like merch stands up above on the other levels, but I think I was on like the first level, maybe second level or something like that. It was just like too crazy. It was too crazy. So I hear this lady. No, I hear like it's like a rocket ship or something, and some horses galloping and stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. I think she's going on. I'm like, no, I can thug it out. I can wait. And then she's singing American, what is it, Requiem? And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. I'm missing, we're all missing like the first part of this song. And so I'm like, okay, let me go find my seat. They need like better letters. They need to update their letters or better like logos or something, whatever, at these stadiums and these places because trying to find your seats in the dark, it's so crazy. I went to one side, I was in my right seat, and so I had to go to the other side. I was like, oh my God. So by the time I think she was almost done with American Requiem, uh, and then she went to Blackbird. First of all, Homegirl was sick. She was sick. I will say it. Homegirl was sick. Like, I've been listening to her for what, 15, 20 years. I've watched tons of videos. I feel like this is like the sickest she's ever been, like on a tour. Like, I'm just like, Homegirl is sick. And the sound was weird. I don't know if it was just me, but like in the videos that I've captured, the sound was fine. But like the sound, like her microphone was like, how do I explain it? It sounded like it was kind of muffled. Like I really couldn't hear her singing. I don't know. But anyways, she was sick, and I was just like, damn, I don't know what this means because she was sick at the Renaissance in Houston too, and I was just like, I don't know what is. Do I need to not see her in Houston anymore? Like, why is she always come to Houston? Anyways, um, Blackbird. She's singing Blackbird. I kind of didn't. I think I sat down. I think I did sit down, which wasn't nice. And then she started singing the American, the Jimi Hendrix version of the American, what is it? The national anthem. And I started laughing because I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I stopped laughing because I'm like, oh, this is kind of serious. And then I was like, let me stop laughing because that's not nice either. And then, like, I was really giggling down. I was like, giggling, giggling, giggling. And I was just like, oh, let me stop. And then she goes into, what's after that? Freedom. And I was just like, oh, she's really serious. Like, the album is not that serious in, like, terms of, like, the political talk. Um, except for like American Requiem and then probably Amen. Other than that, maybe Blackbird also, but other than that, the album isn't like really like heavy political. It's just like music. And it's really good music too. So I'm just like, oh, I'm in for a ride that I was not expecting. And so then Freedom hits. And I was like, oh, this this is something different. I knew Freedom was gonna be on there. Like I knew a couple of songs. I think I knew the first like what is it 3 songs. After that, I wasn't really sure about the set list. I wasn't 100% on the set list. Freedom. I was like, am I gonna cry? Like, wait a minute, hold on now, because this is kind of this is a lot. And then I'm like, is she gonna cry? Because I'm just like, how? Or I'm like, she's performed this so many times. It's probably like whatever. But like the sequence of songs, I was just like, this is heavy, and like the message is crazy. But then we get into Yaya. And I'm just like, has she cried during this process of making this tour and like the sequencing of the songs and like the videos um, or the interludes? I'm just like, because this is emotional, and I really was not expecting to get emotional at a Beyonce concert like that. Um, and then the first interlude. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Why don't you love me? I don't really care about why you love me. I mean, y'all don't you love me is cool. I love that song, but I'm just like in terms of this breaking up Yaya, I was just like, what? Okay, if we have to. Um, Yaya was great. The like call and response was really fun. The calling out the people's names was really fun. Uh, I really can't remember. But then we get into that first interlude. She clicks on the TV. Like this was like I would say this show is like a 95% perfect sequencing and perfect um it's like thought about, the details are thought about, and it like the flow of it was really good. I don't even know why it took like country music to like, or the collaborators that she worked with or whoever, whatever happened, they like everybody put together a really great show. And her clicking on the TV and the drinking of the fake liquor, whatever. I'm just like, this is really going down in the riser. I'm like, this is really entertaining and really good. And the flow of like, oh Louisiana, and then going to like this like what is it, the America poem thingy, and then going into the Fox News people and their commentary on her and the country music thing. I'm just like, there are bigger fish to fry in this freaking country other than this. Talk about this black woman making some music. Like, come on, bro. Like, we gotta move along. Just like, I'm so sick about hearing about immigration. Like, bro, there are more important things. Never mind. Let me not go there. But I'm just saying, there are more important things than dealing with like sending people back to different countries. We're sending the Latinos back to Latin America. Like, this is crazy. Come on now. But let me go on. America has a problem. I was not expecting the whole song to be performed. I was just like, oh wow. And then she hit like this. She hit this move. And American has a problem. I think it's like the first after the chorus, the da na 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 ghost thing. Yeah, that part. She hit like this move, and she hit like the cowboy hat tilted and it didn't move off her face, and she kept dancing. It was just like sick. It's sick. It's the first night of Houston. If you go look it up, because I really can't find like a good video. I have to go probably research a little more. But I found one video. It was cool, but sick. She hit that shit so clean. I was just like, oh my god. But America has a problem. Yeah, that fit perfectly. That fit perfectly. Blue got a little summer job. I really don't care about Blue dancing. I didn't come to see Blue dance. Whatever. Um, and then the spaghetti. Spaghetti's not my favorite song. I was thoroughly is impressed the word shocked at her singing spaghetti or doing the spaghetti thingamajig. And then like now I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh, it was like Run the World, Bow Down mixed in there, really cool. And then I think My Powers like mixed in there too, like really cool. Um, she ain't no regular singer. Like, come on. And then My House, right? Yeah, I think it's my no Formation. Now this is where I was just like, oh shit, here we go. I wasn't really like here for Formation. I really don't. it wasn't like hitting like past formations were, but just like this is her stopping and being like, they'll never take the country out me. That made me a little like emotional because I'm just like, I feel so bad for her that she has the need, or she has to, I don't know if it's the need or if it's what it is, but she's just like continuously trying to prove. Oh yeah. It is like this slight need to prove that she's country. Like the whole Ben Country thing, that whole Ben Country website thing really turned me off because I was just like, B, what are you doing? Like, you don't need to prove yourself to these people. You don't need to prove yourself to the world that you're a country. You're from fucking Texas. You're from fucking Houston. You wear fucking country cowboy hats all the fucking time. This quote unquote country accent comes out all the time. Or it was like, whatever. I think by the time I became a fan, the country accent was like obliterated. What is it? It was pretty much gone. Um, I'm just like, okay, like I just don't under. I just it makes me feel uncomfortable watching her continuously talk about how I'm country. I grew up listening to country music. Like you don't need to like, tell people this. You don't need to express. Like fuck these people. Like it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous in my opinion, in my viewpoint. But I'm just like, all right, whatever. And like all these songs, I feel like were like handpicked. And then we go into my house. Like they'll never take the country out of me in the formation part. I really love that they did the like different part of. I like each tour seems like they do different parts of different choreographies or different verses, like on Diva. I really appreciate that they did the different part of the formation choreography. That was really good. Um, my house. That's when I still get emotional a little bit watching that because my house, I'm just like, was my house created for this moment? Or did it just so happen like these lyrics were like, no, my house was after Renaissance and before she even released anything. What am I talking about? But it just seemed like the way the lyrics and the way she breaks my house down, it just seems like my house was like created for this moment, but it couldn't have been. What a crazy ass coincidence. Because I'm just like, how in the world? It's just like a beautiful moment, honestly. But it just like made me like emotional because I'm just like, damn, girl, pick me up when I fall. Let love heal us all. Like it's so not like I said like a few minutes ago. It's not even that deep. It's just music and people. It's just like it's just music. And I really don't pay attention to like what the negativity and like the racism and stuff because it's so ridiculous, but like it's really annoying when I do come across it. Or like that one dude and I think Lainey Wilson and then this other recent dude recently talking about she shouldn't have won best country album and yada yada yada. It's just like shut the fuck up. The real thing that really bothers me about this country music shit is Adele and Katy Perry both have on the R&B charts because of the style of music that it is or because of a feature by a rap artist. They have number one songs on the R&B/hip hop charts. But Beyonce winning a best country album is like 9/11. Like come on. Like it is so frustrating that black people are so welcoming and so okay, seemingly okay with other artists and other people crossing, quote unquote, crossing over to the R&B side, and them getting a number one song or a number one album, number one song off of on their chart on the R&B chart. Like I just like it's so annoying. Anyway, so then we get into Diva. The Days was okay. I feel like all those songs kind of fit in this like category of I'm country, I'm that bitch, it's my house, come get everything you came for. Like that whole like, it's interesting. And then we get into that, ooh, the who is Cowboy Carter. I'm so glad she did that interlude. I'm so glad she did that interlude. That is such a great interlude because it gives you like two perspectives on who this quote unquote Cowboy Carter person is. Um, this badass person who needs a little, the acting could have been a little bit better. Slamming the bottle over the girl's head. I mean, come on, come on, come on. But I love like how this it's like this badass lady coming to town, causing a ruckus. Don't watch out for her, and then we get into these emotional songs, or these like the ballad mid tempo songs on the album, Alligator Tears, and Just for Fun, like these really emotional songs, Protector, and then somebody said like a couple of months ago, Flamingo. No, this was in early June, May. This was in May. Somebody was like, they think Flamenco was written about Miss Tina and and her like cancer diagnosis, her cancer journey, yada yada yada. And then the way she like breaks down flamenco, you're like, oh. Somebody said there was a second verse of Flamingo, and I'm looking online, like looking at the words, and y'all are just talking about she just re-sings Flamingo. The verse is over. I'm just like, oh, I thought she like came up with some new lyrics and she's singing them on tour. Y'all are just a mess. But anyways, we get like these like emotional songs, and I'm just like, these songs can't just be regular ass songs for her to put them together in this order like this. Like the obviously Protect is a really important song. I love that song. The second night, Rumi Rumi looked over it. Rumi looked like, okay, I'm here. But I really appreciate Rumi's enthusiasm in it sometimes. And then I really appreciate Rumi doing her choreography. Like she might not feeling it one night, or she might be like really excited looking at the people and waving. But at the end of the day, she gonna hit her choreography. And I really love that part. Um, what's after that? Oh, the was she really working in Japan? Or was she, I mean, was she really on vacation in Japan, or was she really working? Because a lot of these like clips and like snippets of like horses and then different looks, they all look like they were like around that time, like a year ago, I think it was. It just seems like she put a lot of work into these interludes that I don't think she's ever done like this much work. It doesn't seem like she's done this much work, this much intricacy. This dress was really beautiful, and then the Just for Fun, no, the Alligator Tears choreography was really cute too. I was really surprised by that. So anyways, what's after that? Oh, the crying and then wiping the tears off, and then we get uh like this like Las Vegas showgirl, back into time showgirl thing, peep show situation that was really fun. And that's when I like we get into Desert Eagle, and I was just like, okay, the funk, like it really, like honestly, not knowing what I was expecting, the first three quote unquote acts were really emotional for me, and I was just like, oh god, this is kind of sad and kind of, emotional. And, these ballads, Alligator Tears and Protector, all these songs are like the I am part of the Sasha Fierce, of the I am part of the Cowboy Carter. Oh no, whatever. Anyways, Desert Eagle was popping. She looked incredible. I don't know if they have it on here. And that cowboy, those like mini short shorts. Yeah, she doesn't have it on here. I don't know why. Desert Eagle was incredible with that fur, the mini shorts, and the cowboy shirt and those boots. She looked incredible. She looked really, really incredible. Incredibly sexy. Um, Desert Eagle, Riverdance. Riverdance is not my favorite. Okay, these are not my favorite. Riverdance, the Sweet Honey Buckin', and Spaghetti. Those are not my favorite songs on the album, but the way they were performed, she's definitely a better live performer than anything else. I love her live performances. It always, they're still not my favorite songs, but I can tolerate them. Riverdance is a long ass song. Thank God it got short. I was expecting it to get most of the songs to be shortened. Uh, the horns and the musicality of the songs on Riverdance and Buckin really like gives the song some like bones and some fun and some interestingness for me. Um, Riverdance 2 has to heaven, incredible. The second night, I was so excited to listen to that song again and like hearing everybody and looking around. I love looking around the stadium and looking at. I forgot. Okay, for some reason, I didn't get the light up thingy. I think at Katy Perry show they did that too, and I didn't get one then. And for some reason, like the same, I walked in the same entrance both nights because I'm like, I ain't got time to like mess up stuff. I got things to do. I gotta get to my seat. And so I guess the entrance that I kept coming in, they weren't giving them out at that entrance. So but I just loved looking around, everybody singing with the light ups, the light up, whatever you call it, and it flashes and the different lighting. It's just like the Two Hands to Heaven part was so good. Love that song. Tyrant was a shocker. The bull riding, that was so fun. And then the ghost interpolation and then the little remix. There we get to Thick. Giddy up, giddy up. Hey, I was not expecting Thick. I was not expecting that set list, but I really wasn't expecting. Oh, wait. No, we're not there yet. I wasn't expecting so many Renaissance songs. I was expecting a Dangerously in Love. I mean, a Drunken Love. Maybe a Partition. Maybe a Break My Soul, based off of my love for it. Um, I knew she was gonna do a Renaissance, Welcome Back to Renaissance thing, but I wasn't sure 100% what songs. I'll talk about that because I have thoughts on that part. Um, Thick. Let me get back to Thick. I wasn't expecting Thick to be on the set list, and I definitely wasn't expecting the full fucking song to be on the set list. You talking about justice for Thick? Thick got its justice. And it was perfect. Like that perfect, like sexy, crazy, fun, Two Hands to Heaven, Tyrant, Thick, that kind of song, that kind of energy. It was perfect. Perfect. And then the sacred hair blow dryers, her doing the entire song, like that really was like the joy of my that was the first joy of my maybe the second joy because American Requiem is a really good song. I really enjoy that song so much. But I think Thick it's one or two. Okay, or just two because we're in line. It's the second joy of really the first, but it's the second joy of my experience going to that tour, going to that show because I'm like, Thick is really that nigga. Like I didn't really understand. I love Thick, but I really didn't think I loved Thick as much as I love it. Like that's not Jordy, that's not Scarlett. Oh my god. I remember like screaming like crazy. Like, I could not believe she was doing like the verses and then the chorus. She did the whole song. Giddy up, giddy up. Are you kidding me? I'm still really excited about Thick. And the thing is, nobody else was excited about Thick except for me. Like in the little section I was both nights, nobody was excited about Thick like I was. And I was just like, what is wrong with y'all? Just for Thick. I was like, oh my God. And then Levi Jeans, perfect ending to that little section. Um, the flower, I mean the lip chair. Okay, I guess whatever. And then we get into what is it? Sweet Honey Buckin, whatever. Sweet Honey Buckin, um, Pure Honey or Honey, whatever. Wasn't expecting that at all. Wasn't expecting Summer Renaissance at all. I read Summer Renaissance and Pure Honey, or no, I read somebody talking about Summer Renaissance, but like stuff I would just like read it and then like quickly go to something else to like erase it from my memory. Great, great. Summer Renaissance. That part's really cool. I what a great collect. Like I said, this set list and this the flow of this show is probably the best. Really, probably is. Bucking, like I said, I wasn't feeling bucking, but whatever. And then on the biggest, on the largest, I was just like, what is this song? Did it just come out? Everybody knows this song. I guess because of the tour. I don't know. But like I said, I hadn't watched anything, so I was just like, what is this song? Everybody is just going hype for this song. I had to like Shazam it the second night because I was like, what is going on here? Um, Another great interlude. I don't think she had any bad interludes or any like what is going on in here in this interlude. That interlude was that is probably my favorite interlude. It's so much fun. She looks incredible. Like, come on now. They put some work into this interlude, into this show. And then like the Texas Hold'em thing. I didn't even realize the second until the second night that there was a guy or like maybe it was her singing talking about all of the different areas in Houston. I was like, "Oh, this is serious." Like she's like really bringing Houston all around the world in Texas and this country shit all around the world. Like this been country is been country. Okay, then we get to Texas Hold'em. I don't really even remember what happened. What she wore the first night. What happened the first? I don't even remember. I can't even remember. I have to go watch it. I don't even know. But it was great. The Pony Up remix. Okay, one thing about the Pony Up remix, I probably like the only. Okay, that was like what the third joy at this point about the Pony Up remix. I love the Pony Up remix. I'm so glad she kept it in because I was like, I don't know if she's gonna do it. It was at the Christmas show, but I don't know if it's gonna be at this show. I'm glad it was. I just wish most of it was performed. I didn't. Yeah, I wish most of it was performed. Church Girl was cute, but it was not needed. Like in my opinion, I wanted more of the Pony Up remix. And she does, her note thingy, and then Crazy in Love. I'm like, somehow Crazy in Love. I was not expecting that country, western, whatever version of Crazy in Love. I kind of thought she was gonna do it, but I'm like, no, she's not gonna do it. But I enjoyed it. Um, Single Ladies. Wow, wow. This show really is giving Vegas. Like all of these, like the the seamless intertwining of all these different songs, the different genres. Although it's really mostly Renaissance and Cowboy Carter. But anyways, it really is giving Vegas, and it really like dawned on me like, oh, these that Vegas at the Spear residency, like she was like flying in the air. She normally just flies in the air, but she was flying in the air, and I'm just like, oh, this is really like giving like Vegas, like that Spear residency rumor was like probably really like 95% true. But anyways, what was I at? And then like singing all these hits like irreplaceable single ladies, and then if I were a boy, I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. If I were a boy, raised me 2008, at the end of 2008, it raised me. I love that song. That is my favorite song, and I'm so glad I got to hear it live. And she sounded incredible the second night. The second night was so much better, but she sounded so incredible singing that song. I was just, I cannot believe this. It's still okay. That was like the fifth highlight at that point. Like I could not, but I'm still so grateful I got to hear that song live, and I got like I think I got it on both nights on my phone. Um, okay, and then Jolene, she gets on the little horseshoe. Somebody said the horseshoe was in the Renaissance movie. I don't know. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find any. Nobody was talking about it. Whatever. Um, Jolene was really good. Jolene and the little Jolene jig down the runway. Like she's no, come get what everything you came for. She's not a regular singer. Like she was singing and doing that leg work. That's crazy. Crazy. Anyways, what's up to that? Daddy. I was like, I don't think she's gonna do daddy lessons. Will she do it? I don't think she will. I'm like, there's not gonna be enough time to do daddy lessons. Like, let's be serious. She fucking did daddy lessons. I was just like, oh my god, I could not. But like, I was putting on chapstick, and I like in mid chapstick, I'm like, oh shit, this is daddy lessons. Oh my god, I lost it. I was just like, this is such an incredible moment and such an incredible set list. And then what's after daddy lessons? I think it's Bodyguard. Killed it. What an amazing time. My other favorite song on the album. Love that song. Kudos to Beyonce. And then I think it's oh my god, the Dance for You slash Cuff It Wetter remix. What? Who knew we needed that in our lives? And she did Cuff It. I was just like, okay. She did Cuff It on that little stadium, that little stage, flew across stage. I was not expecting her to fly like she did, flying all over. I was just like, oh, wow. This is really giving like Vegas. And like, it was like, this is like also like emotional show, but it's like also a different show because she had like these cutout, those giant cutouts of like sacred and like horseshoes and stuff like that. Like she doesn't really do that kind of stuff. Um, Cuff It and then Heated. I was just like, oh, okay. She's doing Heated. That's interesting. Whatever. The the Heated. Was it Boots on the Ground? and mix. It's fun. It's fun. I'll give it that. And then she did, which I'm finding out that it's not at every show she's been doing. Before I let go, and I was confused. I was like, because I saw Jules dancing to her. I was just like, why is she doing this song again? But I'm like, okay. She kind of explained it, and it touched me. I don't know if it was the second night or when I got home. Like, it dawned on me, like the mixing of new and old, and celebrating other black artists, and the blackbird of it all. Um, Celebrating the dude with the um, where them fans at, what boots on the ground, and then that boots on the ground heated mix going into um, before I let go with Frankie Beverly and Maze. It's just like this celebration of like other black artists, and that's really like her thing. And it's just like it was touching. I think I saw in my mind, I said it better than when I'm saying it now, but it was just like the it flowed so well. Daughter, I think because she was sick, it wasn't like hitting. Like I've seen other performances, and I'm like, ooh, that's a really good performance. But maybe because she was sick, it wasn't hitting like it was. But the gown and the LED lights, beautiful, incredible, tens, tens. Um, Daughter is a great song. And I'm like, I couldn't wait for her to sing Daughter. I knew she was going to sing Daughter because I feel like she's been waiting forever to finally give this opera, um, Italian shit that she probably is like grew up, in her performing arts school learning and shit like that. Like, I mean, this is like the moment. She's been waiting to do this. She finally did it. It's really incredible. And then we get into okay, wait, the daughter outro into the Renaissance intro. Even though I didn't like this part, I have to say it really is seamlessly fit. It just like flowed so well. Okay, but then we go into Welcome to Renaissance, and I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? And then she gets off and she's wearing this black shit, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Because I saw the other one, the one that looked like the one that she wore in the beginning. I mean, at the Renaissance. Not my favorite costume. I don't know what the hell this is, but whatever. Be. Anyways, I'm that girl. Okay, I'm that girl. Cozy alien superstar. It wasn't hitting like it was in the 2 years ago, especially Alien Superstar. This watered down Welcome Back to the Renaissance. It's so I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean or nasty. It's just like it was this isn't moving me like it was, and I don't think it was moving the crowd either. Because Alien Superstar, every show, once you hear that dum 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 dum, dum everybody went wild. I don't know if people were tired, if they were just like, Renaissance fatigued. And I feel like the only reason why she did that part is because the reiteration of like Renaissance was like this like self love, different lyrics, fun lyrics, self love situation, and I feel like it kind of fit into the My House diva. I'm not a regular singer. Come get everything you can for type thing. Blackbird, you gotta fly despite what everybody says. And I feel like I'm that girl, cozy, and alien superstar. They definitely fit into that sector of music, and I feel like that's probably why she did it. Also, maybe to feed the audience that maybe have been coming to Renaissance, coming from Renaissance to the Cowboy Carter show. Other than that, I don't know why she did those three. Why she's doing those three songs. It's just like this watered down, shorter version. Uh, Same choreography, gold bed. I don't know. It's not my favorite part of the show. Even though the second night I was just like, let me just, lean into it. Because the first time, like I said, the first time when I went to see Renaissance, I had those limited viewing seats. And I didn't see anything up until Cuff It or the end of Super Alien Superstar. So I really never got to like experience I'm That Girl Cozy live. So I just leaned into it a little bit. I was like, let me scream a little. Then we get to that interlude. Oh my god, all those like clips of her that we've 100% seen before. That's what I like. Actually, I can say I'm not that mad at this part because I feel like we've seen so many. She's shown the same clips over in interludes before. I'm just like, okay, do you have anything new? But anyways, um, that like retrospective of her life and what is with the eyes? I noticed like with at the Renaissance, it's like the eyes, close up on the eyes. I'm not sure what that means. I feel like it has to do with that one lady that she's been working with. But anyways, um, 16 Carriages. I was just like trying to figure out, okay, what song is next? Going through the going through the album, I'm like, what song has she done? I was like, oh, 16 Carriages. So 16 Carriages comes on, or she comes out of the ceiling or whatever on that car to do. This is the first night, and to do 16 Carriages, and I'm like, I have not, like I said, I've never seen any of this stuff before, and it's leaning. The car comes up and is like leaning, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. But then like it's leaning and it's moving, and I'm like, what's going on here? Like this is getting a little weird and a little scary because I'm like, I don't know what's supposed to go on, but I'm like, I don't think that is supposed to go on. And then she says, stop. And I'm like, oh shit. My God, today. That was really scary. And one thing, I want to say, because he's making fun of it, I guess it's cool. But like being there, looking at that car lopsided every night, looking at it, it looks like she's like holding on the flag for dear life. It looks like there's like not a whole lot to hold on in the car in general. I don't get the whole car thing. And maybe, like I said, maybe because she's like she made fun of it a little bit, or didn't seem to like take it so serious as super serious. I guess maybe she knew she was safe in a sense. But I'm just like, that was not funny. The jokes weren't funny the next day. It's just like it was like I'm not bringing my phone out for this shit. This is like scary ass shit. I'm like, oh shit, is she gonna fall? And I'm like, oh my god, is she gonna die? Like I was just like, oh my god, what's going on? Um, and the statement that they put out, they were like, she was quickly brought down. I'm like, no, she wasn't. She was up there for like the entire song, pretty much. I think the song is like 4 minutes. Because by the time she got back to the stage, they were playing like the ending of the song, and I was just like, yeah, this wasn't funny, and it wasn't cool, and it was. like I'm not. I don't even feel like watching videos of it to like look at the up close shit because I'm just like it wasn't funny. It wasn't cool. It was weird. It was scary. And then like the VIP section, somebody the girl next to me, she was like, wait, going backwards. The girl next to me was like, I've been talking for an hour. She was like, "Do you think Shabuzi's gonna be here? I mean, do you think Shabuzi's gonna be? That looks like Shabuzi over there. Do you think he's gonna like sing?" And I'm like, "I heard he was here. Somebody said he was here." She was like, "Oh, okay." Oh no, she was like, "Do you think Shabuzi's gonna be gonna do a song or whatever?" I was like, "I don't know. I heard he was here." She was like, "Oh, okay." And then she like looked over like a like 30 minutes later. She's like, "Do you think that's him right there?" I'm like, "Maybe." I'm like, "I don't know what it is. Everybody, Shabuzi they want Shabuzi to be on stage with her. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know why it hasn't happened. They wanted like special guests. I guess coming off of the Paris shows. I don't know what happened to Houston. They thought something spectacular was gonna happen, but I'm like, I don't know. But anyways, so when the car thing happened, the VIP section, I saw like a couple of people leave. But I'm like, I know they leave before the show ends to like beat the crowds. But then I'm like, by the time by the time I looked around again, they all had left. And I'm like, were they going to go like see her or were they actually leaving? I don't know. It was weird. But she got on stage and I don't know, she seemed a little shaken. And yeah, ended with I didn't get to listen to 16 Carriages, and I love that song. And then I think she was supposed to like fly by where I was, and I was like, damn, I missed out on a lot. What a weekend! I'm gonna come back later and talk about part two because night two was so much better. But thanks for listening. This is the Dare Show podcast.